Happy Mother's Day, y'all. This is a spiritual whistleblower. This is a part 2. I did a video the other night, my once a year Mother's Day video, but somebody mentioned something to me that I feel that I need to talk about. I don't know if y'all can hear the church music. It's Sunday. You hear the church, the choir singing a few doors down. I think it's a nice touch to the background of my video. Two things. I want to talk about how people weaponize forgiveness against people that hold their abusive mothers accountable. Today is a very tough day for a lot of people. For the ones that, survived a very abusive mother, I'm not talking about a once or twice type of incident. She's abused you your whole life, okay? And it's something that people can't comprehend. People just can't comprehend, why won't you forgive her? Why won't you just get over it? And I feel people that say and do shit like that, they're abusers too. Because what type of person excuses the behavior of an abuser? Another abuser. Abusers protect abusers. Abusers enable and support abusers. Abusers actually help abusers attract more victims. It's a really sick system where they stick together and they cover for each other and they help each other out. This is why there's so many pedophiles running around, because and you look at this Diddy and Jay-Z and all them, they cover for each other. These stars in Hollywood that molest children, they cover for each other. So in essence, abusers support abusers. What we must do in this day and age is, I don't give a fuck who the person is to you. We have to remove the title from an individual. An abuser is an abuser no matter who they are. Mama, father, sister, brother, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, your boss, your coworker, your spouse, your baby daddy, baby mama. I don't care. People put too much value in a title. Why? Because she gave birth to you. So she should be excused because she gave birth to you. She put her life on the line. That was her choice to do that. However, the guilt and burden of her bringing you into this world should not be placed on the child. That was not the child's decision. We can honor and respect her for that. However, if she's a bad person, if she's an abusive person, she does not get a pass for that. The most she can get out of that is forgiveness. However, a relationship, no. She should be refused a relationship. A relationship is if she gets lucky. If I decide to have another relationship with her, then that's just her getting lucky. That's not a requirement of forgiveness. And that's what abusers do. They use forgiveness as a tool to get the victim to drop their boundaries, drop their guard, to allow their abuser back into their lives again, to start that abuse cycle up. The abuse starts right back up. And what is the 3 components of a narcissist abuse cycle? Love bombing, devaluation, and discard. And I can speak on my own personal account with my mother. Every time that we have fallen apart, I distance myself, I stay away. And we're talking about in the past. Okay? In the past. Especially when I first gave birth to my daughter, I really struggled with cutting her off and letting her back into my life. I would distance myself, for a while. The longer I stay away from my mother, the more she becomes nice. That's how a narcissist apologizes. They just sit back and hope and pray that a lot of time will pass and go by. Forget about all the evil shit I did to you, sweep it underneath the rug, and let me back in your life. Forget about the past. We're going to start over. And what happens? Your mom is nice at first. She's going to be loving. She knows how to act like a good mom when she wants to manipulate you and pull you back in. She's going to be loving. She might buy you some gifts and stuff. All that is short-lived. That's temporary. And ladies, you've been through this. If you've ever been in a relationship with an abusive man, it's the same with an abusive man. He cheats on you or does something disrespectful and you cut him off. Some time will go by, he'll come back into your life begging for a second chance. But he wants you to forget all the dirty shit he did to you, all the abusive shit. Sweep it underneath the rug, forgive him and let him back into your life. And what happens when you give him a second and a third and a fourth chance? He doesn't change. He's nice to you. He might buy you some flowers, some jewelry to get back into your life. But God damn it, he's coming back to finish you off and abuse you again. So you can apply that to your mama. When your mama is a narcissist, she's only being nice to you temporarily to get you to come back home. She wants you to drop your guard, lower your boundaries. She's willing to be nice just to get you to be weak and defenseless again. Once you go back on in there and you give mom a second, a third, a fourth, fifth, sixth, 100 chance, she's only going to be nice temporarily. Then her true character, that nasty, demonic Jezebel, is going to come up out of her. That's her real character. The bully is going to come out. And she's going to assume, because you gave her another chance, she's actually going to assume that you enjoy the abuse because you keep giving her chances. She thinks you're fucking stupid. You're a lapdog. You're just constantly going to be loyal to her no matter how much she dog walks your ass. So she's going to turn up the abuse each and every time you go back and give her another chance. She's never going to change. That's what history has proven. I can't speak for your mama. I can definitely speak for mine. Every time I gave her a chance after I cut her off and distanced myself, every time I let that bitch back into my life, she was nice for a little bit. Then when she felt things was cool, she went right back to being a fucking bully. That's her real character. My mother is a narcissistic sociopath, possibly a borderline, and bipolar. You know how much damage dealing with that type of person does to the mind, soul, and the body. You know how much it does to your body to constantly be bullied, disrespected, violated, abused on a consistent, ongoing basis. If you don't think your body is keeping score, it is. It destroys the nervous system. It dysregulates your nervous system. And I say it again, thyroid problems, hair falling out, acne flare-ups, fibroids, lupus. You know how many women talk to me about their lupus? Sickle cell flare-ups, high blood pressure, strain, stress on the heart attack. Oh, it's real. A narcissist is going to drive you to an early grave one way or the other. If they don't physically take your life from you, shoot you, stab you, kill you, they're going to drive you to the grave through stress. Cancer. Why do you think the breast cancer rate is so astronomically high in this country? It's because women are suffering behind closed doors with their husbands and their boyfriends and baby daddies, and their body is breaking down. I don't fuck with narcissists. I know how to deal with them. I know how to spot them and get them away from me. And when it comes down to the narcissists in my family, I know how to handle them. And what's sick to me is the people that support them and cover for them and try to guilt trip you, even use the Bible to manipulate you. You only have one mother and father. Honor thy mother, honor thy father. Yeah, the Bible, Ephesians 6:4 also says, do not provoke your children to wrath. They don't never want to talk about Ephesians 6:4. There's consequences when you bring your children to wrath. What are those consequences? Are we ready to have that discussion? The Bible says, do not bring your children to wrath, to anger. Raise them up in instruction of the Lord. The consequence for bringing your children to wrath is being condemned to not having a relationship with them. And the Father, God above, will step in and take over. He will take the place of your mother and father when they abuse you. When you decide to cut them off, he will not punish you. That's Bible. They so quick to throw honor thy mother, honor thy father. No. He said, Psalm 27:10, when your mother and father forsake you, I will take you up. He knows that your mother and father are human, and they are not to be given a pass if they try to destroy you, because they're obsessed with the Jezebel Ahab spirit. So he said, do not bring your children to wrath. And if you do, there's consequences. And therefore, I will have to step in and take over the place of your mother and father. I will take care of you. That's in the Bible. But these motherfucking abusers will never, ever talk about those scriptures. I don't play that shit with my family. You want to defend my mother? You want to cover for her? You want to pass messages and try to guilt trip me to having a relationship with this bitch, knowing what she did, knowing she's married to the man that molested me repeatedly? You know what that woman has done to me over the last 20 years to sabotage my life, destroy my self-esteem, make fun of my autism, protect a pedophile? You think she loves me? And every last person in my family that sided with her, they get cut the fuck off too, because I look at them as abusers. Abusers support abusers, period. So fuck your forgiveness. I have forgiven myself. I've already forgiven her 100 times. It doesn't change the fact that she is toxic and she will not change her behavior. She will not get help for her behavior. And she must suffer the consequences for bringing her child, her children to wrath. Now let's talk about that in the Bible. Y'all have a blessed Mother's Day. Don't you let nobody try to throw that forgiveness in your face or weaponize it against you after all you've been through. If you turn on the news and you see what's going on in the world, what people are doing to children, their own parents. I've seen stories of mothers pimping out their little girls for sex, for drugs, to strange men. You think that type of mother deserves forgiveness from her daughter? Would you pressure that little girl to forgive her mother? Fuck no. I've had it with people using forgiveness as a weapon. Fuck you. You don't know what I've been through, or any other victim. These mothers hate their daughters, and the shit they do to their daughters behind closed doors is fucking wicked. And forgiveness will not change that. Forgiveness is meant for you. And what family members are so sneaky, they'll try to use forgiveness to get you to reconnect with your mama. But the truth of the matter is, you don't have to, you can forgive her and stay away from her at the same time and have no relationship with her. That's how sick your family members are. They know she's not going to change, and they'll still try to pressure you to have a relationship with that bitch. And they'll use, you need to forgive your mother. No, bitch, what you mean is I need to get back with her so she can start her shit up again and re-traumatize me and give me more PTSD and keep me in fucking therapy. Bitch, that's what the fuck you mean. And you're a piece of shit for helping my mother to abuse me and control me. Fuck you, fuck all of y'all. I don't play with family. I don't play with none of them. I will read a bitch to filth and put them in their fucking place. Stop protecting that abusive bitch. Because if you protect her, defend her, enable her, you're a piece of shit abuser too. Abusers support abusers. I said what I said. Y'all have a blessed Mother's Day. You hear?